Confrontations are rising between demonstrators and Illinois State Police.
Who keeps us safe? We keep us safe.
Democrats are telling us they want a rematch of the Civil War.
Watch out, watch out!
ICE agents shoot and injure a woman in Chicago's.
Get out of the way!
Don't
Get out of the way!
Look at
Is Chicago on the brink of collapse? In recent weeks, Chicago has become the epicenter of a crisis that goes far beyond immigration. What began as a series of federal raids under the so-called Operation Midway Blitz has now evolved into a political, social, and military conflict unprecedented in modern U.S. history. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, do it now so we can continue bringing you in-depth coverage of breaking stories worldwide. Since January 2025, ICE forces have carried out more than 1,000 arrests across the city, targeting undocumented immigrants. But what truly ignited the fuse was what came next: the protests. What started as small demonstrations turned, in September and October, into massive crowds that paralyzed Chicago's streets. On September 1st, a Labor Day march gathered more than 5,000 people chanting, "No kings, no walls." At first, it was peaceful, but the atmosphere changed. 2 weeks later, more than 100 protesters blocked an ICE facility in Broadview. The response was immediate: tear gas, rubber bullets, and dozens of arrests. Since then, every weekend, the conflict has escalated further. On October 4th, everything spiraled out of control. In the Little Village neighborhood, a group of protesters, some armed, rammed Border Patrol vehicles. Agents opened fire. A woman was injured, and videos of the clash spread worldwide. Most alarming, according to a leaked internal report, Chicago police were allegedly ordered not to respond to federal distress calls. That decision triggered a political earthquake. Elon Musk called the order treason, while conservative analysts labeled it insurrection, and compared the situation to the first shots of the U.S. Civil War. In response, President Donald Trump made a decision that reignited national debate, deploying 300 National Guard troops to Chicago, despite Governor J.B. Pritzker's refusal. Illinois retaliated by suing the federal government, accusing it of blurring the line between civilian and military authority. Meanwhile, protests continue, arrests increase, and tension grows. At its core, two opposing narratives are colliding. For the White House, Chicago has become a symbol of chaos, a so-called sanctuary city out of control. For local leaders, it's a case of political intimidation, an invasion disguised as national security. The data reflects that contradiction. Although homicides are down 20% compared to last year, weekend shootings, like the 54 injured and 7 killed on September 1st to 2nd, are used by Trump to reinforce his war zone narrative. Beyond the numbers, the social toll is devastating. Families torn apart, businesses shuttered, communities living in fear, and a city split into two parallel realities. As a translation company with over 20 years of experience in translation, interpretation, and transcription across more than 200 languages, and with a wide range of clients in Chicago, we have analyzed the situation and share the concern of many experts. Chicago could be the prelude to a larger confrontation between society and the federal government. Not an outright civil war, but an unprecedented political clash, one where every city becomes an ideological battlefield. Do you believe what's happening in Chicago is an act of resistance or the beginning of something much bigger? Share your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you in the next analysis by Languages Unlimited.